looking people, and welcome to another episode of MC Eats Life. Yep, that's right, there's no food on this episode, it's just about the adventure. Well, there was almost some food because I've just walked from the MRT station and there was a cookie and muffin shop. So I got myself a banana walnut muffin and a cup of iced coffee. So it was almost a food episode. The reason I've come here is because I had a request from one of my followers and subscribers. FairiesAreMyDream is their name, and they said, it's amazing that you saw a snake. Where can you go and like see some more and hopefully actually see more than one? In Singapore, and I said, well, the place I've read about having a couple of fairly kind of friendly resident wild snakes is at the Pasir Ris Mangrove Boardwalk, so that's where I've come today. And actually it's possibly the most peaceful start to a video I've had. There's not really many people around. There were a lot of people up by the MRT station, but there's not a lot of people down here. In fact, I haven't seen anyone yet, and it's just really well done. Actually, it's really pretty. There's a seating area behind me over there, and then straight away you can see I'm into the mangroves. So I'm looking forward to this. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that we get to see some snakes. Of course, if we see any other wildlife, it's a bonus, but it's definitely the snakes that we're looking for today. It's not unheard of to get crocodiles down this part of the island, but it's fairly rare. It's fairly rare. So I'm not expecting to see any crocodiles. We might see some crabs and some birds, but yeah, I think today is all about the snakes. Let's go and find some wildlife. Now we've got here, it's actually really nice temperature. The sun's kind of gone in a bit. There's a bit of a breeze whipped up. Don't see any storm clouds on the horizon, so hopefully we don't get rained on. But I'm feeling positive today that we're going to finally see more than one snake in a single day, in a single episode. So let's go. This sign here is talking about fireflies. I absolutely love fireflies, I think they're amazing. I didn't know we had them here, so perhaps I've got to come back for a nighttime episode. What do you reckon? If you'd like to see me come back at night time and see if you can find some fireflies, let me know in the comments section below. So on an earlier episode of MC Eats Life, we found a wild pair of glasses hanging in the trees by McRitchie. And then here I found a wild pair of gloves. What's their story? Who do they belong to? I want to know. I do like a mangrove. I think it's fascinating when you get the water in amongst the roots of the trees. There's a beautiful bird down there. I don't know if you can see it. Don't want to scare it. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. I don't understand why you come to somewhere like the mangrove and then you walk around talking really loudly. And I'm trying to keep my voice down and people behind me are shouting away. I've got a feeling they're just going to follow me and try and annoy me, aren't they, the whole way round. I've seen a couple of little mud skippers, but they don't show up very well in the video. So I'll try and show those better in a minute. I'm not going to lie, there is part of me that wants to follow them now and sort of make loud noises whenever they stop to find something to photograph. Unless he moves, I don't think you're going to be able to see him, but down there in the water by the edge of the bank, just by where there's those two branches looking like making a T, there is a big mud skipper I'm hoping he might move. Although he looks quite peaceful now. He's just moved into that position. Would have been quite a way to go, wouldn't it? Killed by a coconut in the middle of the mangrove. On the last MC Eats Life episode, I almost died of heat exhaustion and thirst, and then in this one, almost killed by a coconut. If I'm going to get killed in the jungle, I'd rather I was like bitten by a poisonous spider or a venomous spider or a venomous snake rather than get killed by a coconut. Hello, Mr. Squirrel. I once had a squirrel that came into my kitchen and it opened an unopened pack of bourbon biscuits. I walked into the kitchen and he was sat there munching on a bourbon biscuit, and then got very scared because I was there, and then we had a bit of a fight, and then I was a bit worried about what I was going to do. I almost had to call the RSPCA to say, look, got a squirrel in the house, I can't get rid of it. And then he upped and left and went out the window. Don't worry, big guy, I'm not going to hurt you. See you later. Hello, little grasshopper or cricket, whatever you are. Not sure my knowledge is good enough. Very cute little thing. Is that a woodpecker through there? I think it is, isn't it? And some nice looking mangoes hanging on the tree. So, just walked up to the top of the bird watching tower. See if we can see some birds. Or maybe, possibly even some snakes that like to hang out at the top of the canopy. It's not that many close trees, but it's quite a nice view. Looks a bit dry down there though, doesn't it? I'll stay here for a minute, catch my breath, and then see if I can see any more wildlife. It's very peaceful up here, watching the trees sway in the wind. It's quite a nice cool breeze actually for a beautiful sunny day. Just walked through some bushes along a little path and it came out here. It's very pretty. Still no snakes. But the search continues. You see the kingfisher? Such beautiful, peaceful birds. Can't remember the exact name of that one. Just walked past the sign that told me. But you see a few of those in Singapore. Just hanging out, isn't it? It doesn't seem in any rush. What a beauty. I was just thinking we hadn't seen a water monitor today. Just sunning himself somewhat on the bank there, isn't he? It's quite a nice little spot. I love those fish. They just remind me of in Thailand. If we go down to the southern parts of Thailand, over to the islands like Koh Lanta, and you go near the water, they're just everywhere. And they're long and thin with those bright yellow little heads. It's very cool. there's a couple of turtles swimming past. Don't know how well you're able to see it with the reflection of the water. Very graceful swimmers. So this is the kitchen garden. It's very nice, isn't it? Lots of things growing, lots of vegetables growing and things. Goes on quite far over there. It'll be interesting to have a look. It does say no plucking of plants. Well, I'll try my best. That's very pretty. There's another little monitor lizard friend in there. How's it going, Mr. Lizard? You okay? He scampers off. So I've left the boardwalk for the moment because I kind of run out of wildlife to spot, and I've walked down to the sea instead. And I was just about to moan to you about the noise coming from over there and the building works, but they've just this second stopped. I'm going to pan the camera around and you'll get a chance to see the sea down here at Pasir Ris. Apologies if you can hear that noise of the drilling in the background. It's very, very peaceful down here. I think if I came down tomorrow it would be a lot busier, being the weekend. So it's quite nice actually that it's quiet today. Lovely sandy bit of beach here, and then over in the distance you've got Pulau Ubin, which is somewhere I'm actually planning on going next week. It's going to hopefully be one of the request shows from one of my subscribers, but we'll see. That's the plan, to go over there next week. I can imagine on a weekend it's absolutely packed along here, whereas right now there's barely anyone here, just those people under in the shade over there. Very calm water. And I think down there you can see those boats. It's around there somewhere is the where you get the boat over to Pulau Ubin. Oh look, you see an aeroplane coming in. Don't see too many of those at the moment. Hardly any flights in and out at the moment. So it's quite a rare treat to see a plane. Yeah, it's flying into Changi, not quite sure where from. It's a really nice, actually, a really nice bit of beach along here, actually, isn't it? With all the trees. It's a nice bit of sand. Walk up these rocks and see what we can see. Got the bank. Oh. There we go, you can see a bit more over this side. It carries on round there. Beautiful. I think that's about all the wildlife we're going to see today. So what I'm going to do is end the video here, and if I see any more wildlife on the way back through, I will add it on after this. So all that's left to say is thank you very much for watching. I'm sorry I haven't found anything particularly exciting, but it's been a nice look round an interesting part of Singapore. So thank you very much. If you like watching the videos, click the little like button, subscribe, click the bell and you get notified of any new videos that we do. And I'll see you on the next episode. And until then, stay full.